I want to challenge people. Your budget is $500. Whoever can spend $500 or less and get the most amount of deals using your own unique prompts, and you share that prompt with me, I'll pay you 10 grand. Hey guys, one of the things that bugs me the most about this business is having to go layer after layer deep to try to find the contact information for properties that I'm trying to get a hold of, right? These are really rough properties. These are perfect candidates to sell to fix and flippers and other investors, or to fix and flip ourselves. But they're owned by LLCs, or they're owned by trusts, or they're not just owned personally. And so you have to copy and paste the name. You have to go to open corporates. You have to dig deep. You have to see who actually is responsible and can make decisions in this LLC. But Deal Machine just changed it all up. No more of this nonsense. They have a new tool that has just been released on November 25th that is deep dive, 5 layers deep into the corporate structure of these LLCs to give you the contact information of who you should be speaking with, their name, and their mailing address, right? And essentially what that allows you to do is talk to the actual decision makers in these LLCs and see if they would consider an offer in their property. Because oftentimes we skip trace it and we remove all of the ones from the LLC because there's no numbers, and then we put it into a dialer and we call. Now you're going to be able to pull 95% of the addresses that you put into that you're pulling from Deal Machine. You're going to get 95% back with accurate phone numbers. Is that right, Matt?
Absolutely. There we go.
Bam. That's what I'm talking about.
Love
I
it.
mean, listen, I like it and I don't like it. Can I tell you why, Matt?
Go for it. Yes.
I like it because it's going to be easy and I'm going to be able to get those phone numbers and reach out to the right people. I don't like it because all those hoops that I mentioned that I hated going through, I know a lot of other investors, other wholesalers wouldn't go through that. So there is a unique advantage to, really doing the research and finding the right phone number and getting lists that most people don't have, because let's face it, they're just lazy. But you're making you're making us all lazy now, Matt.
That's our job, man. We want to give you these tools that make that just super simple, super easy, straightforward, streamlined. I mean, you guys still, if you're jumping into this, like, you're still getting access to something that other people don't. If other people don't know about this, this is your competitive advantage still. It's just now you can do this more and more and more, just more quickly, more efficiently. Like, I'm excited to show this stuff off. So,
well, and to me, there's so much of our competitors that aren't using Deal Machine. If they're using some other resource, they're going to have to jump through all those hoops, and I'm going to get to those deals faster.
Exactly.
I am.
Yep.
And the speed to lead is what's key, right? If I don't have to be spending time or have my staff spend time looking through these addresses and trying to find the right contact information for the owner, we can just focus on the conversations and make an offer.
Which is what really matters, right? We would just remove everything else that doesn't matter, help you guys go direct to those owners, and just, again, give you that unfair competitive advantage in your market. I know it's something, Brent, like last year, this time, we launched the unlimited free skip tracing, right? Like being able to give you phone numbers with every single property you add into Deal Machine. But even looking at that data, just historically in the industry, the big gap that is just notorious for bad data is that corporate skip trace. It's that LLC owned property. And that is what we came out and solved for you guys here. Is super excited to announce this, the LLC owner match, which is LLC ownership data. It's showing you the LLC agents, the organizers. It helps you kind of pierce that corporate veil up to 5 layers deep, like you mentioned, of LLCs. So you will find those dead leads that other people give up on. These are golden leads, guys.
While I go into my example real quick, will you pull up Alma so that we can have that prepared? This is going to blow your face off.
Absolutely.
This is so cool. I mean, listen, AI is the future. AI is what's going on. AI is developing and really starting to understand our industry, and Deal Machine's doing a really great job. But I have this app called ChatSmith, and it was just to, mess around. It's a Chat GPT based app, and I would put in there, and I've been writing kids stories when instead of reading a book at night, Bo and I will lay down and he'll give me some ideas and I'll put it in there. And then he's like, well, I want to see pictures with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting in, show me pictures with this kid's book. And so we're going through this on the phone. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
But I found that the better I got at prompting it,
Mm-hmm.
the better the pictures would relate to the story that we were reading, the better the stories would be. And so I realized that prompting AI is going to be such a talent, such an unbelievable talent in the future, because the better you get at it, the more specific the AI will work to find exactly what you're looking for or to build exactly what you're looking for. And with Alma here, you guys have been really putting in a lot of man hours, a lot of research into the right prompts to find ugly houses.
Exactly. Yep.
And the beautiful thing about this, listen to this, guys. This is an absolute fact. The harder a list is to pull, the less competition you're going to have. That's why driving for the dollars is so powerful, because you're actually out there driving for dollars, getting all the properties. And so there's typically less competition when you're making offers. And if it's just you and the seller negotiating, that's the sweet spot. That's where you want to be. That's when you can get some really amazing deals and you're not getting bid up and leveraged and your offer just goes higher and higher. So the profits are better. So just imagine this. Imagine you getting really good at prompting Alma here. That's going to give you listen, Deal Machine has every piece of data you could ever want when it comes to these owners of the property, how long they've owned it, what kind of liens do they have in the property,
Demographic data,
what do they owe on the property,
Yeah.
what they buy it for, all these things, right? So all the information's there. You just have to prompt it. You have to get good at prompting. So I think the future is going to be real bright for the people that build the skill of prompting AI to build their lists. What do you think, Matt?
Absolutely. I mean, I think if you guys embrace AI now, come in here, use this as a super productivity tool. I mean, this is something where it's a real use case. Like what you're looking at here is it's using AI to, analyze all of the data you just talked about. And now it's satellite image data that's piped in here. It is street view image data that's piped in here. So anything visual about the property, like, is it, again, you can see distressed property right there. I'll show you guys how to make a great prompt right here, but it'll go through and build you a list based on that prompt. You can say like, hey, detached garage, hey, a corner lot, hey, this about it, that about it, anything visual about that individual property. You can now use the power of AI to help you do this. And it's something where if you can embrace this now and be that early adopter and have this advantage now, you're getting out there and you're, this is something like, like you're using, and someday it's going to be like, hey, you're using a browser or using email. Like, can you use AI? It's going to be that ubiquitous of being able to go out there and have to use this thing. So we want to give you guys that early advantage here.
Show us one, will you?
Yep. So one example of what a great prompt looks like for you guys, distressed properties is one right here. So you can go in, click on distressed properties. It's already preset in your Deal Machine account. Here's this AI vision builder, right? Here's an example. You want to make it clear, specific with some guidelines. So it's taking all that property data, all the demographic data, all the visual data, all of that right here. And now I'm prompting it and saying, hey, based on all of that, identify properties that show visible signs of distress in these images. Look for indicators like, and then it gives specifics: landscaping neglected, structural damage, broken roofs, board up windows, etc. And then the guidelines, right? Properties don't have to show all these examples, but they get a higher score if these signs are present. So it kind of gives you that specific prompt ready to go. You can type in whatever you want from there, but it's a great kind of template to use where you can then choose an entire zip code, a city, a county. You could use our draw tool to pick an area and really, draw around a specific neighborhood, right? So now I've got a list of, 35 properties to go after. You can use the rest of our other data filters to get really exact. So these are properties that haven't sold in a while and were built a while ago in single family. And once you have those parameters built, go in and actually just hit build with vision. And what it's going to do is it takes all of your properties right here. So similar to our normal list builder, like go in and stack these data points. It will take that list. It will then run your prompt against that list, and it will cost, it's 2 cents per property for the AI to analyze it. So just be aware of that. You're paying for the AI tokens there to do
just to analyze it, that's not what's going to be in your list. Like if only 10 results come back, it's not going to cost me 20 cents, right?
Right.
It's for the analyzing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got 35 that we're looking at here. When I hit build with vision, what it's going to do, it's going to cost 70 cents, right? To be able to do that. Confirm that. And now instantly you are building that niche list that no one else has, because it's your unique prompt. It's your unique analysis of that data. It's you coming in here. And like you said, similar to driving for dollars, you're building that list that is unique to you. That is the goal here, is build, have a great prompt, come in here, build a list that you can then go after, that are those hidden deals that other people aren't finding.
I love it.
There we go. Pulled out five distressed leads right there. So
incredible. I'm going to do this, Matt, because you guys have been playing around. You have your pre-built distress list prompts that are already in there. I want to challenge people. I'll do this challenge. This is what I'll do. I'm just thinking about this on the spot. Your budget is $500. All right. Whoever can spend $500 or less and get the most amount of deals using your own unique prompts, and you share that prompt with me, I'll pay you 10 grand. I'll pay you 10 grand for that prompt. The whatever you put in Alma here for that prompt, I will pay you 10 grand to share that with me. Whoever does the absolute best job of it. Under $500, because
incredible.
To me, that's worth it 10 times over. I'll get so many deals from that. So it's a win-win for everybody there. But I'm serious. That's what I want to do. If you guys are testing this out and you've got a smoking hot list that you keep getting deals and deals and deals, I'll give you 10 grand to share it with me. Now, if you want to keep it to yourself because you're doing amazing with it, go for it. But I'm putting it out there, Matt.
That's incredible, man.
What do you think?
I love that. I mean, that's you're right. That's where the talent is coming in and building that great prompt. You have all the data you need right there. It's just go out and understand, how can we put the right factors in to come back with something that is just helping us identify those hidden deals that no one else can find like that instantly. And what I will say too here, Brent, one last thing to kind of blow your mind in terms of how to use this.
That's 25,000 addresses, by the way. So your max that
incredible.
You can go, because $500 that's at 2 cents an address. You could pull an area of 25,000 addresses, and then boil that down based on your prompts. And whoever gets the most deals out of that 25,000 and shares me the prompt, $10,000.
Dude, that's incredible. Real quick, Brent, this last piece of it that I want to blow your guys' mind with. There is another option in here. This little attach example properties. I don't know if you've seen this yet. This is something that if you go in and say you have a deal that you've done in the past, or a deal has been done in your market, and you're like, I want to do that exact deal. What you can do in here is you can actually select that address. So say like, here's a past deal of mine, for example, as just an example here. Click on that address. What it will do is that it will use AI, reverse engineer what made that property a deal. So it'll look back, analyze all of the factors, the visual factors, the demographic data, the property data, all of that, and then build a lookalike list based on that deal. So it'll say, here's what that deal did. Here's how why this was a great deal. Awesome. Show me other addresses similar to this. And now it's going to pull and build that for you too, using AI.
Awesome.
There we go. Love it.
It's awesome. It's just learning and learning and learning based on what you're telling it. I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is crazy, Matt. I literally started with a notepad and a Sharpie marker or a pen. I don't know, whatever it was I had in my car at the time, driving around, saw ugly houses, wrote down the address, either knocked on the door or tried to find the phone number for that property and give them a call and see if they would let me buy it, right? And now, instead of driving around all the time, right, doing all this research, I can actually focus on income-producing activities, which is having conversations and making offers to property owners.
Yep.
I love it, man.
And you've got the corporate skip trace right here too. You've got that LLC. Click on that LLC card now inside Deal Machine, and hey, here's the agent organizer of the LLC, the portfolio of that LLC. Like, you've got, again, 95% contact rates here to be able to go in and build that list that you need, and then find the actual owners, even if it's a hidden deal here, 5 layers deep of LLCs. So
Deal Machine is always upgrading the industry. I love it, Matt. And these are the big releases, right? The big release is Alma pulling the AI lists, which is the future for
Yep.
sure. The people that learn how to prompt are the people that are going to win massively in the future, right? Because it's going to be the hardest list, customized lists, very personalized lists. It's going to be amazing. Having really, really good 95% accurate skip tracing and upgrade 20% from the 75%, and being able to really get into the LLCs, get the right contact information, reach out to them. It's awesome.
And it's all live right now. So we're literally not increasing prices. We're nothing like that. It is in your Deal Machine account, ready to go. Go jump in there and be one of those early adopters that are finding those LLCs that other people can't, and using AI to help build them lists that other people aren't using too.
Guys, we got our affiliate link to Deal Machine in the show notes here. Make sure that you click there right now. Get in there. If you're not already using this tool, they give you how long of a trial?
7-day free trial. If you're watching this before December 4th, there's also a Black Friday sale right there. It's just dealmachine.com/unveiledttp. That'll be a 50% off a year Deal Machine too. So you've got a huge opportunity there as well, or you can just try out the free trial either way and go out there and find deals other people can't.
Awesome. Guys, check that out. Get it going. I think that, listen, in 2025, it's going to be about who can pull the absolute best niche lists and be super laser focused. I don't think, Matt, I think that the industry is going away from the shotgun approach, the really big net, the really wide net, and getting really, really, really tight, especially with all of the TCPA changes coming down the line. It's going to be really important that you laser focus on the most high quality lists. And plus, it's just going to make your time more efficient and more effective. And so that's what we want. We want you really, really, really profitable and focusing on income producing parts of the business. Don't let creative avoidance. I'm telling you, man, this is what people do. They get excited about the business, and then they get a tool like this, and they want to learn everything there is to know about it, and they're staying in there, and they're living in there, and they're not making calls and having conversations. You guys are like, no, we're going to give you all the information right away, and so that there's no excuse to go and research LLCs and do all these other things that you don't need to do.
Exactly.
You get into the app, you learn some prompts, you play around with it, you test the list, and you find out which are the best lists for you to be spending your time with.
Yep. You
Awesome.
click to call right there. You've got the dialer in Deal Machine
It's all
now.
in there.
So remove every barrier possible from you guys just doing the thing that matters, which is talking to the owners. So excited to get this out there, man. Appreciate you having me on. It's awesome to share this with everybody.
Matt, you're the best. Thanks for being on here, bud.
You too, Brent. Appreciate it, man.
Awesome. There you go, guys. I'm telling you, this is a tool, 2025 and moving forward. Nobody's even close to this. Nobody's even close. And so for the cost, the investment versus the return on investment, the cost versus the value, it's explosive. It's 10, 15 times the cost. It's incredible. So
yeah, do one
definitely
deal.
Check out Deal Machine.
Yeah, one deal you're paying for that 20 times over, like you said. So absolutely. Thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks. See you, bud.